Haven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of some gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember it was the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my book Secrets of Sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door." Some late visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. This is it, and nothing more. Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, and nothing more." Deep into the darkness, peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Earl, let him do his biz. Back into the chamber, turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see." Well, they're going to be deaf. Sorry. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see, then, what thread it is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment at this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." I up in here flung the shutter, when many a flirt and flutter, and there stepped a stately raven of saintly days of yore. Not a the least ambiance made he, not a minute stop or stayed he, but with mine lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countess it wore. Though my crest be shorn and shaven, thou art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering from nightly shore. Tell me why thou loudly name is on night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marveled in this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer a little meaning, a little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing the bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, which such name as nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of never, nevermore. But the raven, still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of the bird, and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy onto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking, nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This, and more, I sat divining in my head, at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining, with the lamp gloating o'er, she shall press, I'll nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee respite, Nephany, from thy memories of Lenore, quaff, oh quaff, this kind Nephany, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet, still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent, or whether tempest tossed these here ashore, desolate, yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me true, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet, still, if bird or devil, by heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden I shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, than the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, bird or friend, I shrieked upstarting, get thee back into tempest, and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume or token of that lie thou soul have spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And then the raven, never flitting, still in its sitting, still in its sitting. Unpallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes half all seeming of demons that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor. All of my soul from out the shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.